Hello, my friends, and welcome to the next video in the next Create Better Content series, where I show you how to tap into your creativity so that you never run out of content ideas again. My name is Penny, and I'm going to be your guide through this unique creative content development process. I'm going to teach you how to create more engaging content to post on social media, more remarkable content that you want to put into your sales pages, more amazing content that you want to share in your email messages, and all of that combined to reach more qualified customers. And if you want to learn more about creativity and how this can help you develop your content marketing plans, I would love to see you hit that button below and subscribe to this channel. And below in the description box, you're going to see a couple of links. The first link that you will see is for my book called I Just Did a Thing, where I go into more detail about the science behind why tapping into your creativity helps you with your content creation, as well as if you are making any kind of big change in your business. The second link that you're going to see is that you can subscribe to the Create Your Business program. This is the program that I'm always talking about in all of my videos. And this gives you the opportunity to personally go through this process of developing remarkable content when you experience the creative activities, when the tools show up at your front door. So today's video, I want to talk about getting creative with your content creation. Because here's the thing, folks. Your business's content needs to capture the attention of your community, or they're going to scroll past it, or they're just going to look to another person's account or another person's website or another person's blog post, to get their information. So how do you make this happen? How do you capture their attention? With more creativity. So let's go there today. Let's talk about this, and then let's talk about this idea of my tagline. Like, why do I always say tapping into your creativity to never run out of content ideas again? Where does this even come from? Because as a consultant, as a content marketing consultant, let me even add that to it. I know what happens when you're staring at a blank page and you don't know what to say, and you're basically feeling burnout. Burnout because you know how hard it is to generate new ideas. I get it. I'm right there with you. There's this pressure to create new content every week. Whether you're promoting an event, you're posting every single week on social media, or maybe you're working on your marketing because you're launching a new product or a service. There is this push for us to constantly get some information out there, and we're being told time and time again that if we don't show up, they don't know that we're even there as an option for them. So why we talk about creativity and content creation and why the two of them go hand in hand, there's a lot of pieces and parts that go into this. So let's start from this one place of understanding what I mean by creativity. Because creativity doesn't mean that every single blog post or video that you create has to be a brand new one and different than the one that you've posted before. In fact, the very definition of creativity is this: valuing and cultivating the imaginative process to transform your vision into reality. So that's it. It's about understanding the imaginative process and taking that information and transforming this vision into reality and actually implementing this. So one of the best ways that you can bring creativity and add it into your plan, and especially a plan to help you be consistent with your marketing, is to experiment and to innovate with your content. And this means, looking for new ideas, trying new formats, trying new techniques, something that's going to spark your imagination, something that's going to get you to start thinking differently. Start looking at the situation and saying, okay, if this is where we are right now, how can I innovate it? How can I change this? And, you're looking for inspiration from sources. You can get it from books, listening to podcasts, reading blog posts, watching videos. But there's also inspiration that you can pull from art or music or just nature around you. So experimenting and innovating with your content creation helps you discover new ways of expressing your marketing messages and new opportunities for you to connect with your customers and new ways for you to deliver value, whether it's online or in your email messages. So you get all this. I don't need to keep going on and on and on about this. So you understand that creativity is important with innovation and experimenting, but how do you actually spend time tapping into your creativity? How does this all work together? What are those pieces and parts that I was talking about to help you with innovating your content creation? Well, definitely creativity is the main piece when it comes to creating copy and content. That's what we work. That's what we're working towards to reach our customers. So what I'm going to tell you right now is for you to tap into your creativity, I want you to think about how you can spend some time doing creative activities. Because these creative activities are going to help you get the inspiration. And you're going to pull inspiration from all of these steps that you do, whatever this creative thing that you're going to be doing. You're going to find that when you start participating in creative activities, it taps into that right brain side of the the piece of the brain that opens up with insights and aha moments, and your inspiration actually starts flowing from these sources. And that is what creativity is all about. Because most business owners believe that creativity in your content creation involves pulling a completely brand new idea out of thin air. And when that doesn't happen, we feel like we're stuck and we're experiencing a creative block and we're just not doing this right. So we just give up, or we just repurpose, or we just put something, up there, just say that, okay, I've got something up there just to say that I've posted something. But the truth is, this creativity process is an adaptive process, and it consists of looking at the same thing that everybody else is looking at and thinking about it differently. Because when you take time away from your laptop and you do something creative, you're going to find that inspiration, and sometimes in the most unlikely places that you would have ever experienced, and you can be able to use that inspiration to enhance your content. Because the reality of creating content and trying to do it consistently feels overwhelming. And I get that because I experience it too. I'm there with you. I talk to my clients. I have these conversations all the time. But what I find is that I truly believe that we're all making this so much harder than it has to be to create content. Because the process for being successful with your marketing content really comes down to just changing your perspective. And if you start looking at things differently than what you're currently doing, that thinking differently, that doing something creative to help you with the creative block, to help you develop your content, all of these things together is going to help you feel like you're in more of your creative energy. People like to call doing this thing thinking outside of the box, but I want you to go past just being outside of that box. I want you to realize that there is no box. So instead of trying to figure out how to inspire creativity, when you realize that there is no box, you know that you already have that creativity inside of you. You just need to find your way to remove all of those creative blocks and truly accept that you, my friend, are already capable of creative thinking whenever and wherever you need to be inspired. You have this already inside of you. So let me give you some creative activities that you can do that's going to bring more creativity into your content creation. One of my best suggestions that I give to all of my clients, and you've probably heard me talk about this before on the videos, but it always requires me to share it again because it is one of the best ones out there, and I personally do this myself. Take a 15-minute walk for inspiration. let me let you know this. A study from Stanford University found that creative output increased by 60% when participants were walking. Some of the greatest thinkers, like Steve Jobs and Winston Churchill, were big walkers. Charles Dickens would walk up to like 30 miles a day while he was working through the content of his books. So I see this as an option for you. This is one of those things that you can do that's not going to cost you any money, just a little bit of your time. Because one of the biggest challenges of creating content is actually getting yourself into this creative mindset. So when you take a walk, not only do you feel better physically, you actually start to get insights about something that's been swirling around in your head. And so when you want to access your content ideas, spend some time contemplating them. I usually do this when I go on my walk. I have an idea in my head or something that I'm working through. And so when I'm walking, I can kind of think about what's going on, what are my solutions? What about this? What if I did this? What if I did this? How would I do this? And as I keep moving through and I'm, checking out the nature and what's going on around me, watching what my dog is doing, I can start to sort through the ideas in my head because I'm not staring at my laptop. I'm not looking at my desk thinking there's one more thing I'm supposed to be doing. What am I supposed to be doing? I am just 100% focused on my walk and what I'm thinking about with my content. And so this is what I'm talking about, spending some time contemplating your ideas, understanding where you are with your business, and making sure that your ideas and the things that come to you are aligning with the marketing messages that you want to share with your community. And walking totally helps with this creative process. And each step you take, you find yourself in this frame of mind that brings you more clarity and more focus on your content ideas. So when you go for a walk, have an idea in your head about something you want to work through. And by the time you end your walk, make sure that you find something to write out the ideas, whether it's by writing, get on your phone, on a note app, make notes about what you just learned and how far you came from when you began your walk to when you ended it. Another really great opportunity for you to try to help you with your content creation is to watch the sunrise or the sunset or both. We all know that taking photos of the sunrises and sunsets makes some amazing Instagram photos, but most of us only share these photos when we're on vacation. Most of us only spend time, trying to make sure that we're out there when that sun rises, or we've got a good seat to watch the sunset and the colors happen. But I want to remind you that you don't need to travel someplace to take advantage of all of these moments. The sun rises and the sun sets every single day. Sunday through Monday, folks, the sun will come up and the sun always goes back down. You do not have to go someplace far from home to enjoy the breathtaking colors in the sky. You can just open your front door and go outside. So think about it from that perspective. Something as simple as just taking a few moments to enjoy the beauty of the day and watching the sunrise or the sunset actually brings you some health benefits. Research shows that being outside has psychological benefits that's proven to release stress. So taking those few minutes at the end of your day or the beginning of your day to experience watching the colors shift in the sky is actually worth it. Even if you go back inside and start your work at that moment or finish your work at the end of the day, breathing in the fresh air for your fuel is fuel for your body and helps you feel refreshed and centered. So when you watch the sunrise or the sunset, it actually stimulates your brain because the direct sunlight targets your eye and then gets directed into your brain. And this action gives you an extra boost of serotonin, the feel-good hormones. If you think about it from that place, it makes sense. Then it's one of the main reasons that sunsets and sunrises are a source of inspiration for writers, songs, paintings. So I want you to think about how you can spend some time outside to either watch the sunrise or the sunset Take a deep breath and feel that creative energy enter your body. So this is what I'm talking about. Those simple things that we can do, because when you're feeling stuck and you're not sure what to do, go do something creative. And let me remind you that when I say the word creative and creativity, I don't mean to pick up a paintbrush. I don't mean to write the great big next famous novel. I mean something that's going to stimulate the right side of your brain, like walking your dog in a different neighborhood and noticing the color of the leaves on the trees. It means baking a blueberry cobbler. It means sitting out in your garden. It means maybe even organizing your back porch. Just something where you are keeping yourself in motion. Because any form of motion beats sitting there forcing yourself to come up with an answer. And inspiration will always be drawn to you when you take action. So when you find yourself getting stuck on what to post and you want to tap into that creativity so that you can figure out what to write for your next sales page, do something creative. Do something other than just sitting there in front of your laptop. And trust that when you engage with your creative energy, whatever that activity may be, whether it's walking, whether it's baking, whether it's gardening, trust me when I say the inspiration for your content creation will find its way to you. So thank you so much for joining me today on this creative journey. If you've enjoyed this content about creativity, I hope you'll hit the share button and we can continue this conversation with everybody else in your community. And if you're ready to dig into the deep work of developing your content marketing strategy, the link is below to subscribe to the Create Your Business program. You'll stop saying, I'm stuck and I don't know what to do with my marketing messages. You'll get to work through the interactive workbooks. You'll get the creative tools that show up to your house every single month. And you'll start believing that you do know what to do to come up with your marketing messages. And you do know what to do to see results. You are magnificent, my friend, and let me be the first to say, I'm proud of you. Until next time.